From the admin setup, create a username for yourself and a password. And then click Save. You'll be added to the system. It will install an icon for easy launching of Excel Point of Sale right to your desktop. And then you will be automatically redirected to the admin settings menu. Now from the admin setup menu, you can set the tax. Let's say that my particular store, I'm creating a store that's going to sell, let's say, DVDs and video games. So I want to charge 7% sales tax. So I'll type in 0.07. You have to do this in the decimal format. Let's say that I'm naming my store Jason's Media. Whatever, but whatever you want to name your store, that will be branded to the Excel Point of Sale. You can then browse your local machine for a logo that you want to represent your store. The currency is already set up for Excel Point of Sale, but if we want to include custom images for each dollar and cents amount, we can do that direct from this screen. So for $1, I can upload or browse for an image of a $1 bill. Excel Point of Sale comes preloaded with these images. So I'll select Upload, browse to the location of a $1 bill, select it, and there it is. And I'll perform that action for each one of the denominations. So for a $5 bill, I'll click Upload, go to the appropriate folder, and select the $5 bill, and so forth. Once we have all of our currency set up, we can then click Save. From the main menu, to get started, we want to add products to the Excel Point of Sale. I currently have a USB barcode scanner gun hooked up to my laptop. I'm using a Surface Pro 4. To add items, simply click on Add Product. From the New Item interface, I can then grab my barcode scanner gun and scan a barcode. And Excel Point of Sale will immediately search the internet automatically, grab the product information, automatically find an image that represents the item, and then prompt you to include the price. So let's say, for example, that I have this game and I want to set up the price for it. One of the other convenient things that Excel Point of Sale actually does for you is include a little web search on this right-hand side of the screen for the cost of the item. So you can quickly see here that this item goes for roughly $10.66. So why don't I sell mine for $11? So I'll just set my retail price for $11. And I could set up a promotional discount if I wanted to say that if this item was underneath a promotion, I could include 25% off or 30% off. But for right now, it's not part of a promotion, so I'll leave it at 0. And let's say that I have 30 of these in stock. And I can also assign this to a category. There's some pre-set up categories within Excel Point of Sale. You can also edit and add additional categories within the backend Excel file. But let's just say I want to include this as electronics, and then I can save. I'm now ready to add another product to my installation of Excel Point of Sale. So I'm going to grab an item and scan its barcode. Immediately, Excel Point of Sale searches the internet, finds the product information, and I can set the price. I see that this roughly goes for around $13. So I'll sell mine, let's say, for $12.99. And set my category to electronics, and I'll set my stock level to 10. And then I'll save. So for this example, let's say that my store only sells these 2 items, but obviously we know that your store would sell more. But just for example purposes, we'll say that I'm selling 2 items in my store. I can now exit out and get back to the main menu. At any time with Excel Point of Sale, you can view inventory information for your products by clicking on View Inventory. I can currently see that I sell 2 items. This one and that one. Now, immediately what happens when you select an item, if it's not part of a customer loyalty program, you'll be prompted to decide if you want this item to be part of a customer loyalty program. A customer loyalty program is a way so that customers can have discounts on items based on how many they purchase. We've all seen this before. If you go to a store and you purchase 5 items, maybe that 5th one will be discounted or that 5th one will be free. You can set that kind of information up within Excel Point of Sale. So let's say, for example, that I want my Midway Arcade Treasures game to be part of a customer loyalty program. I'll select yes, and I'll then set the loyalty counter for the item. Let's say that I want my loyalty counter to be 3. So that means every 3rd item that a customer buys will be free if they purchase this particular game. But from this admin menu, you can do more than just the customer loyalty. You can obviously see all the details with respect to the items. You can edit the name, you can edit the price, you can edit the stock, and you can edit the promotional discount. In this example, I'm done, so I'm going to return back to the main menu. Excel Point of Sale also comes preloaded with a barcode maker functionality. By clicking on the barcode maker, you'll then be presented with a separate module of Excel Point of Sale that allows you to create printable barcodes for your items. So I'll just grab one of my items and scan it, and then it will immediately create a barcode for that item. At this point, our POS is now set up and we're ready and open for business. So if a customer walks into our establishment and wants to purchase an item, we would simply click on New Sale, and then immediately we're presented with the procedurally generated Excel Point of Sale. Now this is all touchscreen sensitive. I happen to be using a Surface Pro 4, which I can tap the screen, but for demonstration purposes so you can see what I'm doing, I'm using my mouse. So I can actually tap these items or click on them with my mouse, or if you have a barcode scanner gun, it makes it that much more convenient. So I'll just scan a particular item and it will be immediately added to the sale as we see here. Now I can scan another item. Now in reality, you would have a plethora of items that you're selling, not just simply 2 titles. So if you had multiple items and you needed to quickly search for items that you wanted to add to a sale, you could actually just scroll down and you'll see there's more clickable icons. But if you didn't want to do that, you can actually just search by product category. So if you have your items set up by categories, you could search by category and choose something such as, electronics, for example. Double click that, and it will just show you the items that are part of the electronics category. In this example, I'm only selling electronics, so it's kind of a moot point, but you can get the idea of how that would work. Also, at the time of sale, you can record customer information and store it to an internal database. So let's say this customer's name is John Doe, and this is their phone number, and their email address is as such. You can then check out. Let's say the total is $25.67. If they gave us a $100 bill, you would just simply click on the $100 bill icon. We can then choose how are they paying, whether it's cash, credit, or check. Obviously, they paid with cash, so we'll select on cash. We can enter any special notes about the item. This may not be applicable for a store selling electronics, but if you're selling, let's say if you're a meat market, and a customer has a special order, you could say something such as, please wrap items in brown paper, or whatever. Any kind of notes that you wanted to add to the system for that particular receipt, you could do that through here. And then immediately the order is now complete. You'll be presented with this success screen. From here, you can actually print a barcoded receipt, such as by clicking this icon, and it generates the barcoded receipt that you see here. Will then be presented back to the main menu. Now from the main menu, we could actually start the process all over again of recording another sale, but let's just check our inventory to make sure that it will update accordingly. So we can see here in the inventory, we started off with 30 of these items, we're down to 29. We started off with 10 of these items and we're down to 9. So it does automatically deduct as per the sales. So another thing that you can do with Excel Point of Sale, you can actually access the backend Excel file and directly manipulate the stock totals and the data. To do that, you can actually click on the link here that says View Edit Additional Product Info. and it will bring you to the backend Excel file. So this is kind of tricky, and you have to make sure you know what you're doing when you're doing this so that you don't upset the flow of the Excel point of sale. But from this warehouse sheet, we can see all the data that's associated with the products that we sell, such as the name, the barcode, the image URL that it uses for the POS, our current stock total. We can manipulate that here if we wanted to, what we sell it for, and what it actually costs for us. Let's say that this item, we sell it for a particular total. Let's say we sell it for $11. We can actually set up that the cost for this item when we buy it for a wholesaler is only $5. So therefore, our profit on each item sold is $6. So once we have that information kind of set up in the system, we can generate all sorts of metrics for ourselves to make sure that we're always on track of our costs versus our profits. To return back to the main menu at any time when you're looking at the Excel file, you press Control Shift and E. Excel Point of Sale also has a built-in search engine. So if I wanted to search for a past order, I could actually look it up by typing in anything related to that order. I think that customer's name was John Doe, so I'll just type in DOE and then search. And immediately it will find the receipt associated with that order. Alternatively, if I ever just wanted to quickly look up an order and just see a running total of all receipts, I can then click on View Recent Orders, and it will show me any orders in the system in a clickable list. I can click on that order number and I can see the receipt. One of the other things you can do is generate ad hoc metrics reports simply by clicking on Metrics. I can see my sales to date, my average order total, today's total. I only have one sale in the system, so that's why my average and my today and my month and my year is all the same amount. But you can imagine as you add sales to the system, these orders will update accordingly. And you can see the order information here. Now, if you have multiple categories set up for your items and you want to see a breakdown by category, you simply click on the button View Sales by Category. It will perform some Excel manipulations in the background and generate a metric for you, such as electronics, 2 sales, and these were the earnings. And lastly, with respect to the customer database that I talked about, if you ever want to view those entries that exist within your customer database, you simply click on Customer Database. And you can see all information regarding customers that were added to the system via Excel Point of Sale. If you wanted to ban someone from your store, let's say you're running a bar or a nightclub and you want to ban someone from coming back, you simply click on their name and click on Ban. So that way, if that person comes back to the establishment and they wanted to add a sale, let's say that person that you banned came back to your nightclub or your bar, and you're in the process of adding a sale and you ask for their phone number, you would immediately see that that person has been banned.